The sacrifices our veterans make for us can be difficult to understand and to quantify, especially when tragedy strikes. Tech Sergeant Jason Anders with the United States Air Force and Jordan Anders weren't prepared for the unexpected passing of their son, Caleb. Caleb explored 10 countries, spent time with his best pal, Mickey Mouse, at Disneyland in Paris, and mimicked his sister's every move. Now, through a bold collaboration, Caleb's brave journey continues. With us this afternoon is Jordan Anders. This is Caleb's mom, as well as Chris Koch, who is a veteran and a player and a director with the Delmarva Warriors ice hockey team. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Please tell your husband thank you for his service.
Will do.
This is always difficult. Can you tell us about Caleb?
Of course. Caleb was a normal 2-year-old boy who was hyper and jumping off the couch all the time and being bad. But this next minute he was loving and cuddly and wanted to be mama's boy and watch movies and cuddle all day and watch Toy Story and Cars and all the Disney movies were his favorite. Yeah. Unfortunately, Caleb got really, really sick at Christmas time, and unfortunately no one could pull him through it, and we ended up losing him.
I'm sorry. And this was just this last January, you said?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
So, I understand vaccinations comes into the conversation here.
Yes.
What have you picked up about?
Well, we lost our son to meningitis.
Okay.
And it turned out that he ended up developing some kind of bacteria. We're not sure how. My goodness. And the bacteria unfortunately took over, and it was too late by the time we realized what was going on. And so what happened is we're currently stationed overseas in Germany. And when we went to a German hospital after we were taken off of the American hospitals, I was asked right away, is your son vaccinated? And I said 100%, because that's what I knew. Right. And then as the day went on, we found out a lot of things, and we realized that vaccinations in Germany are very different than America. One of those is the meningitis vaccination. Children over in Germany are given it to between 1 to 2 years old. Right. We do not give our kids vaccinations for meningitis until they're 11 years old, because it's not a big thing for little kids over here. Right. However, the bacteria vaccination, which is PCV, that's the one that played even more important role than the meningitis one, because PCV covers different strands of bacteria that a child can develop. Okay. And so this vaccination that they're given at 2, 4, 6, and 12 months old, they are given these vaccinations in order to prevent a bacteria from spreading. Right. Well, my son, just like my daughter and other kids of their age, he was given the PCV 13, which covered 13 different strands. Well, shortly after he was born, a 20 got approved by CDC. Because we live overseas, it took our base a little bit longer to be able to get the vaccination. And so my son finished the PVC 13 series and never was offered a 20. Well, after my son passed, they ran tests on the bacteria to find out what kind of bacteria it was. Right. And it came back that it was 15B, which was not covered under the PCV 13. Okay. It's only covered by the 20. And so me as a mother, I struggle with the fact that my son could have been offered the 20, but was never offered the 20 because doctors just don't talk about improvements, I guess. Yeah. And so, but we would have got it without a problem. So now I want all the other children around my son's age, the 2 to 3, 1 to 3 age group, where they might have only gotten the 13. I want them to know about the 20 because they should be going to their doctors and talking to their doctors and finding out, can I get this booster?
Boy, you really learned a lot about this, didn't you?
Yes, I've become very passionate about helping other people. I tell people, if I can't save my son, then I'll save all the other babies out there. And that's my goal.
My goodness. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
For sharing that story.
Of course.
Thank you for getting out and fighting the good fight.
Yep.
So, Chris, tell me about the Delmarva Warriors. How are you getting involved in this?
So, the Warriors are a hockey team based on vets. Everyone on the team has a DD-214, so we've all come out of the military. Right. Everyone has a little bit of disability. Some you can see, some you can't. Right. And the hockey community is very small. So I've watched this story because Sharon is also a hockey player, kind of mean on the ice, so don't let her fool you. She has that grandmother thing going on, but she'll hook you like crazy.
Okay, yeah.
So that's my mom for you.
And our big thing is healing through hockey. We know that the communities are small.
Right.
Military communities are small, hockey communities are small. And how we heard about it was, again, we watched it through Facebook, because Sharon watches my stuff and I watch hers.
And you're talking specifically about healing through hockey?
Healing through hockey.
Okay, okay.
And not sure who started the idea.
Yeah.
But once we caught wind of it, we were like, we're in. And then the best part is Pittsburgh found out about it. So the Pittsburgh Warriors, which is a very large Warrior team, they're coming down to play, all to help celebrate.
Really?
Yep, because the idea is we don't just want to be part of hockey.
Right.
And if you ask the people around here that know me, if we get an offer to go play to charities, we'll do anything we can.
Yeah.
The community we're in is very small. I mean, 1% served. So how do we do this? Well, we play hockey. And then we go out and get involved. Anything that can help spread what we do, because if I can grab one vet and bring them into us and maybe stem the tide of the 22 a day that we lose,
right?
It's great. But this one this one hits hard. We're going to do the best we can to bring the community power and support to give them a little help.
Yes.
A little bit of healing, because when it's all said and done, that's what a community is about.
That is fantastic.
There's no word to describe how awesome it is when a community comes together and says, okay, they're hurting, we want to heal as the best we can.
Right.
And make this memory, but we're going to remember the event, and this event is for you, for your family, for everybody to come out and give something.
Yeah.
At maybe the beginning of the next chapter. So you close the one and now you start the new one with this.
Yeah.
And we're going to do everything we can to make that day as warm, heart-filled, and special as possible.
Okay, give me the details about that day. Where and when?
It's at Harrington Ice Rink,
okay.
Which is, this will be one of the last things we do there, because that rink is closing down.
Right.
Game starts at 5:30, doors open at 4:30. Get there, bring a toy, a very specific toy, Disney, dinosaurs, and trucks.
And cars, yep.
Okay.
Any kind of
So basically the hit list of a kid in this day and age.
Yeah.
Everything we raise is going back to them. And it's the kindness and support and love that hockey, the military, all of us share is going to be on display.
You don't have to be a hockey fan. Come out anyway.
Yeah, the hockey is, like I say, Pittsburgh's going to be there. And, from this area, you may not be Pittsburgh fans because it is the Penguins, but they're amazing.
But I'll bet you'll be a Jordan fan.
They will be, and they are very excited to come down here. They jumped on it almost immediately.
That's awesome. Chris, Jordan, thank you so much
Thank you.
for sharing the story, for doing what you're doing. This is a magnificent effort to bring the community in. Thank you
You're welcome.
so much.
Thank you.